going to continue talking about how I have transformed to the point where now I want to transform change agents to become extremely powerful. So what's in it for you? I believe the process that I've created can create change faster, better, and it can actually make you more money, and it can make the company more money than anything else that I know. If I knew what else there was, I'd go learn it and do it. I've just pulled the newest things about nanotechnology and online stuff and so forth into this foundation that the founders of organization development gave us. And what I do is that if you're internal, we're going to help you become a hero. We're going to help you become towards the most powerful person of the system. I've been talking about this for years, and now I have the 7th most influential businesswoman, Dr. Judge, in Europe supporting me. The change agent can be the most powerful person in the system because they control the system, the processes. They can influence the culture because they are not part of the system. There's a new adage out there. Culture is eating strategy for lunch. I truly believe that. Now, if you're external, I'll split with it 50-50. And the first phase, it probably minimally is around $30,000. And it takes us 10 days. We can go to any place in the country, in the world, and for 10 days we can make the transformation happen. And the second phase, if we add it, is 36 to 48,000, and that's a large group of at least 300. I'm going to teach you how to facilitate, and you can learn it. You can learn it fast, but you have to be with me. And as the organization is with the two of us, they learn how to do it, and they can do it better again next time. I'll give you a story about that in a minute. I hope I remember. So I'm not interested in becoming your business partner if you're external. I don't want you to join my company. I don't want to join your company. I want to teach this to you and get you independent as fast as possible. Well, of course we can stay connected because I'll share resources and work with other people around the world, and it's a whole little mini micro community that we're creating here. What I really want to do is I want to help you transform the organization you're with so they will work with you long term. I believe that every organization needs a change agent long term all the time, but they need to use the process that they start with and extend. It cannot be a flavor of the month. You can add the flavor of the day in, or the week, or the year. Like right now, what is it? Engagement, becoming an agile organization. Okay? This works in any country, any industry, any issue. Okay? Because anytime you need to have people having a conversation about their future, this is, without question, the most efficient way to do it. And long term, you can start bringing in your strengths, whether it's coaching or whether it's customer service or organizational design or whatever. But once we have this structure set up, then you just move it forward with them using the principles of action research. I know that you're going to have dramatic success. That's why I do this. Now, I'll just give you one story where it goes long term. Somebody emailed me, Pam, and she says, Roland, we just had the best event ever. Everybody agreed. And I says, well, how did you know? Well, remember you taught us about putting up the red sign and the green sign, and if it was green, then you agreed, and if it was red, you didn't disagree. And our top leader said, how many think this is the best summit we've ever had? They've had about 4 of them. Every hand went up with a green sign. Well, they know. And I wasn't even there. But Pam says, well, Roland, you're here in spirit. Okay? Because they learned how to do it. Pam learned how to do it. This will be in the 10th edition of Practicing Organization Development and Change by Worley and Cummings. It's the standard, expensive OD text that there is. I proofread the first edition before they even got involved, before email. So we want you to have dramatic success. And when that success is there, the organization doesn't resist. They just want to keep doing it. Another thing that's in it for you is I'm going to have and develop more and more resources online. I'm creating, help creating the first pure master's online program. And also there could be a chance that you can get a certificate. This is from one of the largest universities in the world. Okay? 1 out of 7 PhDs or masters gets a degree from that university in the United States. So I expect great things to happen. And let's talk about what's next. Your qualifications. You have to be good at relationships. That's key. And next, you have to have the desire to learn. I know what you need to learn. Rothwell and I, we've done all the competency research. That's my expertise in the world. See? That's why I want to teach you. Because I have studied competencies. I know what it is. Why did I do that? Because that's what everybody wants to learn. How do I get good at this? And then you got to have business experience, wisdom. And if not wisdom, potential. My daughter, she just graduated from the University of Iowa. She does a great job now. Sure, she worked for Target, and Target interviewed her with 178 people. She got the first choice of her store in the country. And they says, we expect you to be able to lead 100 organizations, 100 stores, a whole region for Target. Because they saw she had the potential. So if you feel you got potential, this can work. Next, the most important, in all the research that Rothwell and I have done, the number one weakness is simply marketing and selling. And so you've got to learn that, and I'm going to help you learn that. I work with Alan Weiss. He's the greatest salesperson there is for OD. He wrote the $1 Million Consultant. It's in his 4th edition. He's the person that goes around to the local OD networks and talks about marketing OD. And so you've got to market. And so all you have to do is find a potential client and get them to talk to me and you on the phone or on Skype or in person. If we're local. If I happen to be in your town or part of the world. 20 minutes, 60 minutes, all we need. And then we just try to get them to meet with us again. And we'll create a tentative hypothetical proposal with them. We co-create it. I don't send anybody proposals. It doesn't work. Okay? And then we talk about money after that and so forth. So that's all you have to do. You don't have to know anything about OD or what I do. You just say, hey, meet with this guy and I. Are you interested in change? Do you want to work with one of the world's gurus? Okay, I've been awarded the best change case in the world. Okay? I was a runner-up to another award. Michael Beer at Harvard won. But any case, just get them to talk to us if they're interested in change. If I send them things before, they say, oh, no, we don't need that. They don't understand. Because the first thing we do is we listen to them. And I've got a whole way to knock that out. And, well, for example, I just did this in Jakarta. And I got in front of the CEO for 20 minutes. And I was with the person who brought me in, And they kind of set me up and said this, and asked me some questions and pulled out some stories. But I kept avoiding that and listened to this guy. And after I heard him for about 20 minutes, I said, I can do this. I know how to help you and so forth. And then the internal person says, or the external person actually was kind of internal, had me tell some stories.